Hello everyone, I'm Mohammad Rajamia, Managing Director of TCL Global. I hope you are well and safe. Welcome to Facebook Live. I have a guest, two guests, actually Gates, International Marketing Manager from MENA regions, and also Will's International Marketing Manager for UK International. Thank you both of you for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Mohammed. Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So I want to start with Great actually about the COVID-19, and as you know that lots of students in the Middle East is asking actually about the September intake. What are the options? So what would be the advice from the university point of view that about the applications and other things? Great.
So as of right now, we are still accepting applications. We are still seeing applications coming and offers going out. In terms of the university and the start of the program, we have, as a university, they have not yet decided. So as of right now, we are going ahead with the September intake, just dependent on how long this situation develops and continues for. However, we are exploring the idea of alternative arrangements. So be it online, starting the tuition online, or deferring the intake slightly. None of it has been confirmed yet. The university is kind of waiting until the situation develops further, until their final decision is made, and before we announce that to our applicants and offer holders. But rest assured, as soon as a decision is made, it will be communicated with everyone, including our partners. It's just as of right now, because the situation is developing every day, there's new information. The university is almost holding out just a bit longer until that decision is made and like published to everyone, basically.
Do you want to add anything, Will, here about that?
No, I think generally, probably cover everything really. University are closely monitoring the situation. We don't know what will happen, but I mean, look at the Prime Minister's announcement last week. If we really have passed the peak, then I'm pretty sure September shouldn't be a problem if we're open in time.
Yeah, I think the Prime Minister is going to address next week, and some development will find in the coming weeks about the plan. If we think about in general the Middle East and UK internationals, so what actually found that already many students are studying like a foundation or first year. I think that sort of students, what I understood, speaking with the colleagues from the Middle East, that they're okay with the like a first semester online, that because they are actually the continuous students already there, so that, as you mentioned, that there is a contingency plan for the first semester online.
Yeah, so there is a contingency plan in place, like I mentioned, just dependent on how long the situation develops and continues for. The university is preparing. We are getting things in place to start online if need be. But that's a contingency plan. That'll be on the side, and hopefully everything goes well and we open up as soon as we can. That's the hope.
Okay, sure. So thank you. So if we actually start with the Brunel University, Brunel University, beautiful campus. When I visited last year there, met with Sylvia. So it would be nice to know actually for the audience, actually, already lots of viewers already joined. And the overview over the Brunel University, the gate, please.
So Brunel University, London. We are a university based in West London. We're about 20 minutes away from Heathrow Airport and 40 minutes away from central London. So as a location, it's perfectly located between the hustle and bustle of the city and then the nice British countryside. So students have the benefit of traveling to and from both. So they're easily accessible to both. In terms of a university, we're a one-campus university. We're the only one-campus university in London. We offer a wide variety of programs, both undergraduate, masters, and PhD level as well. These include foundation programs. We have a language center on campus, which is one of the best in the country. International students can benefit from on-campus accommodation for the duration of their studies. It's guaranteed. And for a very reasonable price. So our prices for accommodation start at £115 per week. They're very reasonable. And then in terms of facilities, you have everything on campus. So we have the award-winning facilities for sports, for the academics. Everything is in-house and on campus. We even have a medical center, banks, many restaurants and coffee shops. So everything is available there for students. In terms of rankings, we're ranked 332 in the world, QS, and 42nd in the UK, again, according to QS. Another thing is on our undergraduate programs, 95% of them offer work placements. So again, students coming from abroad, are able to take advantage of these placements that we have our undergraduate programs. So we're very much work orientated, and it's about preparing students for their future careers as well.
Okay. So will it be nice to know from you, why should they choose London, as the study destination? So from your point of view, for the students, what would be your suggestions?
So it's a London experience. So, and you won't get that in any other city. So London has been voted the best city to study in for the last few years now. But it's something I would highly recommend. I studied in London. However, I didn't get to benefit from a one-campus university. So the truly unique thing about Brunel is the location, and secondly, the one-campus accommodation. You won't find that at any university in London.
It's very close from the Heathrow, isn't it? Only 10
Correct.
minutes.
Yeah, so as I mentioned, 15 minutes away from Heathrow Airport, so very nearby. And it gives students, especially international students, it gives them the almost feeling that they're not far from home. If they wanted to jump on a plane and head home, they're only 20 minutes away. Yeah,
it's great. So it will be nice to start with the foundation, because lots of students from the Middle East, MENA, North Africa, so we are receiving with the foundations. I know that the Brunel International College, with the Navitas. So it will be nice to know about the foundation intakes, how many intakes they have, as well as the entry requirements a little bit.
So LBIC, so as you mentioned, run by Navitas, so London Brunel International College. They run our foundation program. So we have the direct and we have the ones through Navitas. The ones through Navitas, students, as the majority of students in the Middle East would have done their Thanawiyah qualifications, they would need to pass their Thanawiyah qualifications with a minimum of 65%. And they have a wide variety of programs available. So if students were interested in going on to anything in social sciences, anything in business, economics, engineering, we will also have a medical school from September 2021, the plan is. And again, they will be running our foundation. So students with Thanawiyah grades are able to use that as a route onto their main degree program. And then in terms of intakes, there are a few throughout the year. So we have one in September, of course, one in January, and then there's a very limited, smaller one in May. So there are 3 intakes throughout the year. It's very flexible. Students can join, like I said, 3 times a year. They have many opportunities to join the programs.
And also that student can get the joint CAS. 4 years.
Correct. Yeah. So that's one of the benefits, and a lot of students like that. That they're able to apply for the joint CAS.
Okay. For the IELTS, as I know that there is a test there is a Brunel Language Center, I think. That's for the English. So the student who doesn't have the required level of English, so what are the options they have?
So students, if they're based in the UK, they can come onto campus. Well, not now, but I mean, in regular circumstances, they could have come onto campus every fortnight on a Friday. They hold a Brunel language test. It's called the Brunels. If a student passes that exam or meets the required grade for a pre-sessional, they'll be able to sit that and then join our program directly. So more recently, due to the pandemic and what's going on now, we have opened up online Brunels. So they will run fortnightly as well on a Friday, starting from the 15th, I believe, of May. So again, it just gives students another opportunity to join the program. I know English courses are in short demand at the moment, short supply, sorry. Students want to take the program, but they're just not available. We've also opened up to other English exams, so Duolingo, online exam, as well as the password exam as well. So we are accepting other English exams.
Okay, IELTS indicator, are you accepting that?
IELTS indicator, I don't think, have we had back, Will? I don't think it's been confirmed, has it?
No, I think it is being discussed at the moment. I'm pretty sure we will soon confirm that. Yeah, I mean, we have already had a long list of English tests that we already accept. So I don't see why we won't consider another one. So keep an eye on the development, on the update. So we will keep you updated if it's confirmed.
Exactly.
Sorry, Duolingo is confirmed, yeah? Duolingo,
yes.
Yeah.
That again?
So the Duolingo test, the Canadian-based, the test is okay, yeah? That one?
Yeah, that's been accepted, yeah. So that's been confirmed. We are able to accept students onto the programs with the necessary grade, correct?
Okay. In there is also not only the internal test. If the student wants to study like an English course or academic course, what are the options they have at Brunel?
So for the program, so we even offer, so online pre-sessionals have been announced recently, a couple of weeks ago. So all of our pre-sessional programs and intakes have been transferred online. Students will be able to join that online, live sessions every day. So all the classes, they are not pre-recorded. Everything is live. There's a schedule in place. Additional support, learning support will be uploaded online as well. So students can benefit from all that. They won't be missing out anything from studying or starting online. And then there's another option where it's half and half. So half online, and then the other half, as soon as campus opens up, students can come onto campus and we'll be issuing classes for them.
You know, I know that because of the COVID-19 and the lockdown, everything is online. But in normal circumstances, is there any English course like a general English or academic English on campus?
Yes. So they are offered. They are both offered on campus. So we have in-sessional, pre-sessional. We have academic English. So they are all offered on campus.
Okay, yeah. Especially Middle East students, as you know, that they need to come at least for 3 months or 6 months, maybe 1 year, you know, for the English. Then they progress for the progress degree, maybe bachelor or master's, okay, or PhD. Okay, so fantastic. So we discussed pretty much internal test, which actually is very now for the students. And so if you can tell me a little bit about the scholarship, please. Yeah. So what are the scholarship for the Middle Eastern or international students is available at the moment?
Actually, university have a wide range of scholarships offered to our students. I think one of the key scholarships is international excellence scholarships. So obviously not only for students from Middle East, but it's open for all the overseas students who pays overseas fees. So I think every year for this September we have about 110. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. 110 awards are still available. Available, but I think we have 2 phases of these to assess the scholarship. The first phase, unfortunately, has closed last week, end of April, but it's still we're still open. And the second round will be around, I think the deadline around end of June, beginning of July. So students yes, 30th of June. So students are still welcome to apply, and it's only open to offer holders. So if they haven't applied, so probably to apply first, and then once they have an offer, then they will be able to apply.
So it's like a conditional is okay. It doesn't need to be unconditional, isn't it?
Yes, as long as they are offer holders, doesn't matter if it's conditional or unconditional, it'll be available for them to apply.
Is it for the certain level of students, or the bachelor, PhD, masters, or foundation, or is all internationals?
Yes, I think it's open to overseas students for maybe for PhD. Well, I assume
PhD is not included. So so it's bachelor's and master's students.
Yeah.
Okay, bachelor and masters.
Yeah. Correct. Yeah. Great. And the award is £6,000. So £6,000 for an undergraduate student is per year for a maximum of 3 years. So in total, they're getting £18,000 off for the undergrad student. So it's a nice scholarship. It's really good, competitive. It's based on academic merit essentially. So the higher your grades, the more likely you are getting the scholarship.
Okay. As you know, for the Middle East, lots of students actually just about to finish their foundation this month. Actually, you know that we started the foundation last September. So if they want to apply for undergraduate, so it needs to be through the UCAS, or is it direct applications for them? So
they have 2 options. If they're applying themselves, that is through UCAS only. However, if they're going through one of a representative like yourselves, TCL, then you are able to submit a direct application for them, and that'll be done directly to our website through our advisor zone. So it's a link that your team have, and that's the only way they can apply directly, only through you guys. Like I said, if they were applying themselves, it would have to be through UCAS, whereas you guys have the flexibility to do either. The only condition is that they don't already have a UCAS application.
Okay. Another very common question is asked by our many students that, they study foundation, there is the English module in the foundation, and that module they did good score, like 60%, 65%, in each band. So whether foundation student can use this score as an alternative of the IELTS for their undergraduate?
It depends. So it depends on many factors. So it depends where the foundation was done, the program that was done itself, how long ago. And then we have, so our English team, our language center have already made assessments on the majority of foundation programs in and outside of the UK. And in the case that they haven't, they can make an assessment based on the syllabus and whatnot. So they'll take a few different documents. They'll request a few different documents from you guys, and then an assessment will be made. But we do accept some, others we don't accept. So it just depends on where it's been sat.
Okay, it's a which provider, like whether you do or the Habitas, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So we accept some, others we don't.
Okay. Especially I found like in North Africa students, they sometimes looks for like the placement here, you know, they ask for the placement, you know, we found that Morocco, Algeria, and Egypt. So for undergraduate, is there any placement for international students?
Yes. So 95% of our programs at undergraduate level offer the sandwich year, the placement year. So that's offered on 95% of our programs. Hopefully in the coming years, it will be extended on to all of them. As of right now, it's 95%. So the vast majority do offer, as well at postgraduate level as well. So we do have some work placements that we offer on our programs as well. So there are a select few courses. There are 6 in total that offer the one year placement program.
So moving to the master's level, I know the majority of the UK universities, UK master's like a 1 year, you know. So is there any courses that master's level that got the placements or any internship during the course or after the course?
No, go for it.
Yeah, basically, I think most of our postgrad master degrees offered placement opportunity as well. Placement range from 4 months or 12 months. So students still have an option to do it, with just a short term right after the graduate, or they can choose to do a full year placement after the 12-month study. So and also obviously this 12 months placement is paid by the employer. And also, because it's part of a study, student will be having the cash that cover this both years.
Okay. I think it's great. I think especially like privately funded students, if we think about the from the Middle East or MENA, North Africa, among UK internationals, that there is a PSW. So that means they can have like during the study, after study 1 year, then they can have like another 2 years post-study work. So I think it's a good opportunity, and I think it's a good investment for their education as well.
Absolutely.
So, these are the scholarships. Like, the placement is the guaranteed, or is based on their academic achievement?
I think we call 100% guaranteed. However, university provide the full support to the students who would like to take this route. So during that study, they'll be given plenty of advice and information from our career colleagues. So they will give the students the opportunity or maybe even how to attend the interview, how to prepare for the interview, how to apply for their placement, etc. So we have seen a great number of students who have chosen this route and managed to get the placement, and in the end, probably even employed by the provider at the end. So
So it's something that I'll add as well is so students have access to something called the Professional Development Center on campus. It's award-winning. If I'm not mistaken, it's 5th best in the country. It's a really, really good support system that the students have access to. And basically what they provide for students are mentoring, CV development, interview techniques as well. So they do offer, and then they obviously support students in applying for their positions as well. So it's something I highly recommend for any student who joins Brunel to take advantage of.
Okay, fantastic. Moving to PhD, as you know that lots of students request receive inquiries from the Middle East. I'm the funded. So what would be the advice if they want to apply for the PhD students? Because some universities, they have like existing project group, or they advise to connect with the supervisor, or they want to throw the agents, So great, what would be advice for them,
So there are 2 different ways of applying, okay? One is to submit the application as off the cusp and apply for the course.
Yeah.
And then the other is to connect with the supervisors directly, and that's the one I would recommend. So I'd recommend students or yourselves connecting with supervisors, discussing the student's proposal, seeing if the interest is there to start with, then amending the proposal accordingly, and then submitting an official application. The problem is when, as you probably know, the PhD application process can take a very long time.
Yeah.
And it's difficult to secure a supervisor and then a second supervisor as well. So it's a very lengthy process. And I don't know, we've seen more success for students when we've recommended that they approach supervisors directly, and then they can give them recommendations rather than applying and then kind of waiting for feedback, which can take weeks and months even. So I would definitely recommend them trying to connect with supervisors first. So we have a database on our website, which includes all the professors and supervisors available at the university. It's called Brunel People.
I see.
And it's something that I would recommend students use. The contact numbers and email addresses for all the supervisors are available there, as well as their research areas and their interests as well. So that's the system I would highly recommend they use prior to submitting an application.
And also, I've seen that some of the university they have their existing projects, and some of the students already join, So if there's a group of the students that need, to work on certain project, that could be one of the options in Brunel. Do you think there is a project?
So there are projects that are available, and they are available through our website. So again, students can have access to them. If there was an area that they were interested in studying and that happens to be on our website, then of course, then we would recommend they apply directly to that.
Okay. Thank you, viewers, just who joined us. So I have two guests here, Get and Will. So they're joining from the Brunel University. So as you know that our office is based in Kuwait and Saudi Arabia, and I'm based in UK, Portsmouth. So if you want to apply for the Brunel University, please contact our counselors. Our offices, regional offices, will be able to help you. And our service is completely free of charge. Okay, we've got some questions actually here, Shahriar. What are the courses you have in January intake? Yeah.
January intake is, so as of last year, well, as of pre-COVID-19, we have a total of 8 postgraduate programs on there. Okay. They're all in the field of business. So things like our MSc management, accounting, human resources, for example, and employee relations, and our law programs. So it's very limited, our January intake. And then aside from that, we have our foundation programs that begin in January as well. Undergraduate, this is, again, I'm talking pre-COVID-19. Undergraduate programs, there weren't any. And then the remainder of the postgraduate courses, there weren't any as well. PhDs actually were very flexible. You could start any time of the year.
Yeah. The PhD, so that means, do you think that because of this situation, university may consider more courses in January?
So this is one of the, you could say, contingency plans that the university is looking at. So it's something they're considering. Like I said, they haven't decided. They haven't made a final decision. We're just kind of waiting until to see how the situation develops and what happens in the coming weeks before an announcement is made. But it's something the university is definitely considering. Okay.
Especially for the January intake, there is many students ask us, okay, when the summer intake, when how it works, So they will start in January, then finish in May. So they got the summer break, isn't it? Yeah. Good.
I would assume so, but again, it hasn't been finalized yet, so it hasn't been.
So it's the same duration or the different duration? We start in January month.
I think for a master's degree student, if they start from January, the first semester, as you said, probably ends about May time, and then they have summer break, and then back from September they have their second semester. Okay. So they will start from their final semester from January. So I think in total, for students who start in January of master degree, it would take 15 months instead of 12. So extra 3 months.
Okay, fantastic. About the application process and sometimes actually many students, as you know, Middle East, they want quick offer, So just they say they apply, they said quick. So how will you say about the a bachelor and master and PhD? PhD we already discussed, it takes time, So how long it can take if they want to apply for undergraduate and masters?
So our team actually gave us an update, our admissions team. This is last week. and postgraduate offers were out in, I think it was 72 hours. So they had a 3-day turnaround. And undergraduates was, if I'm not mistaken, 1 day longer. So one was 3 days, one was 4 days. They're issuing offers. But I mean, we could always get it out quicker. So if the students applied via TCL, and then one of your counselors just sends me or Will an email saying, I need an offer for this student, I need to be assessed, we can assess it the same day. So so we can get the turnaround a lot quicker if needs be.
Okay. So is the application is like a centralized application? There is a team who is processing all this application, rather than we don't need to contact directly to the department, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So it's a centralized admissions team. So you just apply via our website. It comes to our team. Our team are fully remote at the moment, so they're working fully from home. It has not affected processing times whatsoever. I think quite the opposite. Actually, it's improved it. So our team are smashing, really. They're doing really well. They're sending out the offers really quickly, and it's
okay. Can you hear me? Okay, yes, fine. About the government sponsors, sponsorship. Lots of students actually they need to apply, and they need the unconditional offer or letter, that students has been accepted unconditionally. So that letter the students can get if they actually meet academically all the requirements.
Mohammed, are you referring to the Kuwaiti sponsored and the Saudi sponsored?
Yeah.
Of course. So as soon as the student holds the conditional offer, if they require a unconditional offer for sponsorship purposes, we can issue that for them. That's not a problem. So we have that in the past, that we can issue the PDF unconditional offer letter just for them to secure their scholarship. So that's something we can do. That's not a problem. Okay.
Also, is because especially like advanced mechanical engineer is very popular, in the Middle East, especially in Kuwait. They need to apply for the ATAS certificate. So even if they don't have the ATAS certificate, so in that case, can they get that letter for the sponsorship purpose? Are you there?
Hello.
I think some technical issues. You can hear me, Will, yeah?
Yes, I can hear you, yes.
Okay.
I think guys may have some issue.
You're back. So I was asking about the ATAS certificate, that for the especially advanced mechanical engineering. So because it takes sometime like 4 to 6 weeks, okay? So while they are waiting for that certificate, they can they get that sort of that letter for the sponsor purpose from the Brunel?
Say that again. Sorry, the line was breaking. I couldn't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Now I can, yeah.
Okay. I'm talking about the ATAS certificate. Sometimes it takes like 4 to 6 weeks to get it. But
Correct.
they need to submit the like a sponsor letter. For the sponsor letter, they need to submit the unconditional offer. So without ATAS certificate, something that the university can consider, or what would be the advice for that?
Yeah, so we have in the past, we have in previous years, so we have a lot of students applying from Kuwait. A lot of them for the mechanical engineering program that requires an ATAS certificate. So it hasn't been a problem in the past. We are able to issue the unconditional offer letter for the purpose of them securing their scholarship. And obviously we recommend that to the student and to the counselor as well, that the offer is not actually unconditional, but it's just for the purpose of them applying for their scholarship and securing their scholarship as early as possible. So that's not a problem. It's something we have done in the past and we will continue to do as well.
Also, the deposit for the cash, because what we have seen that many students apply for the scholarship because sometimes some delay and they want to pay for the deposit, and how much deposit they need to pay. And if they, after paying the deposit, if the students get their sponsorship, so what will happen? We'll get the refund. Yes. So for your first question, the deposit amount at Brunel is £3,000. That's for our academic programs. The English programs, the deposit is £1,000. £3,000 deposit. And if a student had paid, for example, and then applied for a scholarship, and they later secured that scholarship, they'd be eligible for a full refund. That's absolutely fine, and it has happened in the past again. So students had paid because they wanted to secure their place, paid the deposit, and then a couple of weeks later, maybe their scholarship confirmation came through. As soon as they send us the financial, the most important thing is the financial guarantee letter. As long as it's sent to us,
on headed paper from the organization sponsoring them, signed and stamped, and dated, including the student's date of birth, full name, and ID number. So, and the course as well they are sponsored for. So that's not a problem, and that's not a problem. As long as the requirements are met for the financial guarantee, that's not a problem.
Okay, we got another question from the British graduates from the Northumbria University now are in their home country, can easily apply online.
Yep, so they can submit applications online. That's not a problem as long as they have. So the main documents, depending on what they're applying for. So say, for example, they're applying for a postgraduate program, seeing as though they've graduated from Northumbria University. Postgraduate program, as long as they supply their transcripts and certificate, a copy of their passport, and a personal statement. So that's all we require from students, really. If they're applying for an MBA, we need references as well, and they would conduct an interview with the student. However, every other program at postgraduate level, that's all they would need. Certificate and transcript, a personal statement, and passport copy.
We got, if already have a British degree, BSc honors, can we do masters without IELTS?
Yes. So as long as they've graduated a maximum of 3 years ago, similar to the IELTS, basically. So if their undergraduate degree was completed 3 years ago or less, then they can come directly onto the MSc program or MA program without the need of an IELTS or any other English qualification.
Okay. Got a question from our colleague, Sakib. Has the Kuwaiti embassy given any green signal regarding accepting online practitioners course?
Not yet. I spoke to them on Monday. Not yet. So the Saudis have, for example, have come back to us and said that we can accept online pre-sessionals. This is for students who'd already enrolled or who are already in the UK, as long as certain requirements were met on the offer letter. But the Kuwaitis, I spoke to them, like I said, on Monday, only last week, and they haven't confirmed anything yet. They said they were more concerned about evacuating their students at the moment, back to their repatriating them back to Kuwait before they made a final decision. So they hadn't got back to us, in all honesty.
What are the facilities you have for accommodation in campus? And the questions.
So as I mentioned, accommodation is guaranteed for all international students to start with, and that's for the duration of their studies. So if they're with us for a year or 3 years even, it's guaranteed for them. In terms of rooms, we have over 4,500 rooms on campus. So this is all on-campus accommodation, all within a maximum of, let's say, 10 minutes from any kind of destination within campus. We have a few different kind of categories. So we have the room, which is the basic room with a shared bathroom. We then have the ensuite. So the student would have their own bedroom. They have their own bathroom, and then shared kitchen facilities. And then we also have studio flats. So we have studio flats available on campus as well. They're a bit more pricey, but I mean, the availability is there. And then if students were interested in off-campus accommodation, again, we have, I think, over 70 or 80 properties within 2 miles of the university. So with all walking distance, if students didn't want to live necessarily on campus. So there are options available. And then on campus, we have, although it's not catered, we have food, we have restaurants, we have coffee shops. Everything is available around students and around their accommodations. So like I said, it's very much like a self-sufficient place for students to study. Everything is there for them.
Okay, viewers actually who are watching us from the Kuwait, please contact our Kuwaiti office. Our team will be able to help you, and also watching from the Saudi Arabia, our Riyadh office, you can contact them. They will help you, and also they can arrange for your test. They can advise you on alternative test, which are available for you for September intake. As well, the students watching from Bangladesh, you can contact our team in Dhaka and Sylhet, and our team will be able to help you. And my team based in Portsmouth, UK, and our team will be able to help you. Okay, we got another question. Will the September intake semester start as per schedule, or online classes will happen for the first term? And also, is there any plan for delaying the starting date? Abir.
Potentially, yes. So as we mentioned, there's a potential of that happening. We're just waiting to see developments here in the UK. Hopefully in the coming weeks, and then accordingly we'd be able to announce the university's decision. But everything is being discussed, be it delayed start, online start. But as of right now, we are hopefully planning to go ahead with the September intake. But like I said, this could all change, and the university is planning. This is the contingency plan is in place, and they are considering other methods, so starting online or potentially January. But like I said, nothing has been decided officially as of yet.
Okay. Will anything from your side want to add finally? So we are just to end part of our session. Yeah.
Sure. I think guys will probably cover most of the things. And there's one more thing. We have a coronavirus portal on the university website. So that's for basically everybody. So no matter you are a current student or if you are a prospective student, if you are parents of prospective students, you can find all the answers, to possible questions you have. So it's a Q&A, a long list of that. So I advise that if you have any question, that's the place to go to for your answers.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Yet, final few words from you before we wrap up. Yeah.
I would like to thank everyone, to be honest. I think we covered everything pretty much.
Yes,
I would just like to thank you so much, Mohammed, for the opportunity to speak to your students directly. I hope the session was informative. I had plans to show a presentation, but I couldn't, due to technical difficulties, I couldn't get it to work, but it's not a problem. Hopefully we covered everything. So if anyone has any questions, speak to their counselors directly, and then again, they can speak to us, and we'll be able to support wherever we can.
Okay, thank you. And also, just I want to add here that we have a plan for the virtual fair as well in coming months, after Eid festival. And also this session, we're going to send each and every students who already applied to Brunel or interest, so that they can actually have the whole scenario. So it will be nice as you Brunel on board, when we do the virtual fair from the Middle East, for the MENA, so that students will have the more like a one-to-one session, that have a more specific questions, So thank you, viewers, actually, for joining us today. It was really great sessions, and we try our best, as much information try to give you. And if you are still not clear or you want to know any certain information, please contact our Kuwait office, contact our Saudi office, and myself based in UK. You can see my number is there. You can find out details, each of his details, in our website and social media site. And please, if you find this one useful, this session, please share with your colleagues and with your friends and family. And I wish you stay safe. And I understand it's a very difficult time for everyone. And hopefully we'll overcome this crisis and we'll have everything normal very soon. Thank you finally, Gabe, and we'll thank you very much, for joining us.
Thank you so much, Muhammad.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Take care.
See you. Take care. Bye.